Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nicsminibikes. If you haven't yet, hit that link down in the description. Go check out our merchandise. We got hats, shirts, hoodies, all kinds of cool stuff. Go get you something. Today, we're going to deal with that motor cradle. Lately, we've been doing stuff that I think is going to make the bike stronger for the Go Power Sports 180 in November. And I think that these Redbeard's Garage motor cradle slugs, I guess you call them, would be a good thing to have. So what these do is they replace the rubber bushings that hold this motor cradle in and gets rid of that flex on that motor plate. If one of those go, then that motor plate will move a lot and you can drop chains, and we're trying to avoid that altogether. So come along for the ride and let's get these installed. Alright, so to get this out, it should be pretty simple. Just going to be this bolt here. It's going to be a 12 on this side, and the nut is a 17. Whew. That boy is tight. That's a good thing. And it's going to pull right out of there for us, so that's good. I don't know if the front and back are different, so we'll leave that laying up front here. And here in the back, we got another one. Ugh. I'm hoping this one pulls right out for us too. And there's our motor cradle. And they are different lengths. The longer one goes in the front, shorter one goes here in the back. Now we get to start the fun part, trying to get all 4 of these rubber bushings out. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to try here is a really long nail. And I'm just going to slide it through here, push it down until I catch this bushing here. And I'm going to give it some taps to see if we can get that to move. That ain't budging. Let's try this side. I think I need it on something a little more solid than a trash can. Let's move over to the vise. Let's give this a couple more shots at it before we change up what we're doing. That ain't budging that at all. Let's try this other side. I'm going to get the torque converter away from us though. Got some pretty solid hits on that. It didn't budge. This is going to be really fun, I can tell. So I have this bolt, not entirely sure where it came from, but we're gonna try this out and see what it'll do for us. Yep, again, I don't think it budged. Alright, so trying to beat those out from the inside didn't work. I know you can drill out the rubber all the way around, get the center of these out. I'm gonna try something different. Could be a good idea, probably not. But I'm gonna try a hole saw. Just right through that rubber. That drill does not like that. Alright, we got a plug-in saw, corded saw. Let's try it out. Got it out of there, but how am I going to get that out of there? So that actually worked all right. You're probably going to ruin a hole saw or two doing it this way. Maybe even a drill. Wouldn't recommend doing this. Let's keep going. We got 3 more. So they put those in little counter bores and leave you little to no lip for that, which I mean, I understand, but geez, oh Louise, oh. Nope, I forgot about him in there. It's got another one of those in that one too. And this one actually has a pretty good lip on it, so might just be rubber that I'm feeling. So I kind of like these nails though, because they'll catch a little lip. Making 0 progress, so that's neat. So what other options do we really have here? Man, that feels like it hits that edge pretty solid. That's not moving. We could heat this up. That's an option. All I have is a small propane torch, and it will take forever, and we'll lose our paint. So I'm not really wanting to do that. I'm going to try this punch, see if I get any better luck. But I doubt it. No luck with the punch. I'm giving up kind of quick on this stuff because I got other options. I got a wood chisel. Would not really recommend this, but that's not moving it either. Yeah, we got some pretty solid smacks on those with all those options there, and we're not getting anywhere. Would have at least gotten those all the way out today. Let's see what else we got. I had a carbide bit that I could put in something that would work good. Don't have any of those. So we got that one bent over a little bit. Maybe that'll give us something to beat on the other direction. I could just keep going at it like this and hope for the best. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm fearing for my hand. So let me see if I can get this side bent down too before we flip it over. That way we're ready to rock and roll both ways. All right, let's flip this over, see what we can do. There we go. So probably ruined my socket. You can see how much I bent that down that time, and it was enough to hang on to it and get it out. So there's those two. Third one's around here somewhere, and the one that just came out by itself, which was pretty cool. One more. I think we're just going to stick with the same process here and get this bent over and get a socket through there. I'm going to take this over to the press, see if I can press this out. I'm not going to take you with me, but just know that's what I'm doing. All right, so after taking this to Pound Town, getting 3 of those out, that 4th one put up the biggest fight. I tried to press, and I couldn't get it to sit straight in the press. It kept wanting to tilt on me, so what I ended up doing was back to the vise, back to what I was doing, put a socket in there, pounded it in, and then I added some heat, and finally that sucker came out of there. So this is even still hot. Now we're ready to get those slugs put in. And I'm assuming these are going to be a fairly snug fit. Looks like that one would go in pretty easily. That one's a little snug, and these back ones that gave me fight, they're gonna suck. But we're gonna do this on the press. We'll put them both where they need to be, and we'll press them. All right, so over here at the press, this one right here, it started a little bit. It's a little crooked, but hopefully once we start pressing, it'll straighten itself out. We've got our spacers that were originally in there. We'll drop that in. And our other slug. And we're just gonna try to press those in. Maybe we'll do one at a time. Now we'll drop the spacer in there, keeping the rubbers towards the end. Should just drop right in. Don't forget our little spacer in the center. So there we go. We got all 4 of those pressed in. So we got those slugs pressed in. I would definitely not recommend that without a press. You might be able to get it with a vise, but it'll fight you. I did notice that the slugs are 100 thou shorter than the rubber bushings we took out of there. I emailed Redbeard's Garage. Maybe we'll hear back from them, maybe we won't, but I went ahead and put them in anyway. I can always make up the difference with washers if I need to. So let's go ahead and see if this will sit back in place. So even though those slugs were 100 thou shorter, it's a tight fit. The front was perfect. The back took a little bit of persuasion with the hammer, but they're in there. The bolts are in. Just gonna have to get everything tightened down and we'll be done. So that's gonna do it for this episode of Nicsminibikes. Make sure you hit the link in the description. Go pick you up some merchandise. We got hats, shirts, hoodies, all kinds of good stuff. Go get you something. So we got those Redbeard Garage motor cradle slugs put in there. We got the rubber ones out and the steel ones put in. That should add a lot of rigidity to the bike. Less motor flex, less chances of dropping a chain because the motor moving, and I'm happy with that. So make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's free for you and it helps us out a lot. We appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.